Why would marriage, how you understand it, require that that relationship be permanent, monogamous, and exclusive, and be the type of relationship that a government takes interest in? Why should anyone care? Why should the state in particular care? I think from a policy vantage point, marriage exists to unite a man and a woman as husband and wife, so then they're then equipped to be mother and father to any children that that union produces. It's based on an anthropological truth that men and women are distinct and complementary. It's based on the biological fact that reproduction requires a man and a woman. It's based on the social reality that children deserve both a mother and a father. Whenever a child is born, a mother will be close by. And so therefore the question for policy is, will a father be close by? And if so, for how long? And marriage is the institution that different societies throughout time and across the globe have devised to maximize the likelihood that that man commits to that woman permanently and exclusively, and then the two of them, committed to one another, take responsibility to raise that child. Because when this doesn't happen, social costs, both for the spouses and for the child and for all of the community, run high. But before getting to the cost, let me say one more thing about why that union matters. One of the things we know from the social scientists is that there's no such thing as parenting. No such thing as parenting in the abstract. There's mothering and there's fathering. Men and women bring different gifts to the parenting enterprise. And so in our book, we quote David Popenoe, a sociologist at at Rutgers University in New Jersey. He says, quote, "The burden of social science evidence supports the idea that gender-differentiated parenting is important for human development and that the contribution of fathers to child rearing is unique and irreplaceable," end quote. He then concluded, and this was in a literature review of all of the social science at that point, he says, "We should disavow the notion that mommies can make good daddies, just as we should disavow the popular notion that daddies can make good mommies. The two sexes are different to the core, and each is necessary culturally and biologically for the optimal development of a human being," end quote. But it is to say that marriage matters, and that the state has an interest in promoting marriage precisely to maximize the likelihood that every child is given the gift of being raised by a married mother and father. And because what we know is that marriage is the institution that when it's stable, it protects children from poverty. It increases the likelihood of those children will experience social mobility. It protects children from committing crime. And it prevents the state from having to pick up the pieces in the form of a welfare program or a police program. So more or less everything that you could care about, if you care about social justice and you care about limited government, if you care about the poor and you care about freedom, is better served by having a healthy marriage culture, a civil society institution that takes care of raising that next generation, than by having the government try to pick up the pieces of a broken marriage culture. That's why marriage matters.